Now for the vote of thanks, we would like to call up our former chairman. I would request the pleasure of Mr. Aamir Allawala, if you can come up on stage and share a few words. Please give him a warm welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Chief Guest, Chairman PAAPAM, and ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. To summarize what has been discussed today, I would like to say that all governments in countries that have an automobile industry support and promote their auto sector. Just to clarify give some clarity to what I've just said, Japan, Korea, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, China, India, Brazil, Iran. Out of these 40 countries of the world, you would not find a single government that would not attach top importance to the auto sector, despite any shortcomings that they might feel exist in the auto industry in that country. Now, what has been done by the auto sector in Pakistan since its inception? I want to just talk about facts. First of all, we have 4 of the top 10 global car manufacturers operating in the country. From Toyota to Suzuki to Honda to FAW. And 2 car makers have shut down in the last 7 years, Hyundai and Chevrolet. The car makers who are operating in Pakistan have a very high level of local content. To be very specific, the Toyota Corolla, the Honda City, the Suzuki Wagon-R, the localization levels are very high and they are continuously rising. The industry is maintaining a very high level of quality that is comparable with other countries in the region, because all the parts that we make and all the cars that are produced in Pakistan are approved by the principal companies in Japan after stringent quality checks. You can look at the Corolla made in Pakistan, you can look at the Civic made in Pakistan, the City, you can look at the Suzuki Swift and the Suzuki Wagon-R. These cars, there might be some changes in specs, but in terms of quality and reliability, these cars are top of the line. The industry is selling its products, and I would like to seek the attention of the Chief Guest because mainly it's addressed to him. The industry is selling its products at competitive prices. Now let's forget about what the politicians are talking about. LUMS is preparing a study which is now almost finalized, and they have proved that the Corolla made in Pakistan is the cheapest in the world. Same is the case for the Honda Civic and City, and despite very small volumes as compared to India and China, the prices of small Suzuki cars in Pakistan are cheaper than Thailand and even cheaper than China. This is despite the fact that the auto industry is the most heavily taxed industry in the country. The auto industry creates employment, as our chairman said, for almost 3 million Pakistanis. And we are one of the few sectors which are completely documented. Koi do number ka khel nahi. Everything is documented and all taxes are completely paid. So this is what we have done for our industry. Now let's look at the other side of the coin. What has the government done for us? as I indicated, we are suffering from heavy taxation. 34% of the cost of the car goes to the government in the form of a plethora of taxes, from corporate tax to sales tax to custom duties and blah, blah, blah. 34%. The government of Pakistan is the biggest profit maker from the sale of every car. Then, let's talk about the policy. In terms of the policy, and let me be very kind about it and polite about it, the auto policy that was made in 2007 was not implemented. Implementing the tariffs does not mean implementing the auto policy. None of the pillars, whether they were related to setting up infrastructure at the vendor side, testing side, investment promotion, human resource development, it was not implemented. And the industry was just left on its own. And then it's very interesting to see that it's been almost 4 years since July of 2012 that we don't have a serious intention from the government to make a decision and give out a new auto policy. So now this government has had more than 3 years in power. So it's not going to be acceptable to transfer the blame to the previous government. And we are not seeing the auto policy in the near future. Everybody is saying it's coming, but it's not coming. And finally, to add insult to injury, Pakistan is the only automobile producing country in the world which allows import of used cars under the garb of schemes for overseas Pakistanis. Now, everybody knows that de facto commercial import of used cars is happening. We've become equated with Sri Lanka and Nigeria and Congo and countries in the third world that don't have an automobile industry when we start importing used cars. And furthermore, in case of minivans and in case of SUVs, import of 5-year-old used cars is also being allowed. That is deeply hurting the domestic industry. In case of hybrid vehicles, a 50% rebate on duty is being provided to import of hybrid cars. And even the fixed import duties that have been set are greatly suppressed. We have done the working on that, and we will come to you, sir, to give you this with a lot of evidence and data, that currently the duties that are being applied on used cars are suppressed by about 45%. So, to conclude, every day that passes, we are losing investments and we are losing jobs. The global auto sector is now going to move to Iran. They are expecting investments of tens of billions of dollars into Iran, and we have lost this opportunity because अब जो global car makers हैं, जो global truck makers हैं, they would like to go and invest their money in that country. So please understand that every day that we delay action, we are losing opportunities for the people of Pakistan. Thank you very much.